Now, when the new Chrysler was formed nearly 3 years ago, one of our top priorities was to transform the relationship with our dealers by making it more transparent and emphasizing the partnership aspect of it. Now, I've often heard it said that the fate of dealers depends on the choices made by the manufacturers that they represent. And this attitude is based on the assumption that an automaker drives the strategic direction and the ultimate financial prospects of its dealers. And there is an element, undoubtedly, of truth in all this. There is no question that the products that we build and ship to your stores are foundational for any success. Chrysler's revival in the marketplace was possible because we fulfilled the commitment to deliver 16 new or substantially refreshed products, including new powertrains, fresh designs, and significantly upgraded interiors. We brought these vehicles to the market in a period of just 19 months at competitive quality levels and with considerable marketing support. But we do recognize that there's another side of the equation, and the fact is that unilateral relationships simply don't exist. Chrysler's comeback was fueled by the commitment and the skills of the people that work inside Chrysler, and of equal, if not more importance, by the commitment and the skills of all the people who work with Chrysler. And it is the same story for every manufacturer. Competitive dealers, those with the courage, those with a vision to anticipate the needs of the market, not only write their own books of success, but also strengthen the brands and the companies that they represent. And I understand how important it is for dealers to know that their OEM partners are solid, resourceful, and absolutely committed to following through in its partnership. This is why transparency is a key element, because our dealers are critical to our success. It is important that we share our objectives with them along with our plans for achieving those targets. And at Chrysler, we're making a great effort to keep the lines of communication fully open with our dealers, not just by holding dealer council meetings that include all of our senior management, as well as monthly conference calls. It also includes ongoing and ad hoc discussions so that we're all clear on exactly where everyone stands. In a crowded market, customer satisfaction is a crucial differentiator for both manufacturers and dealers. Now, one of the most significant changes at the retail level in recent years, and I would say in recent months, is the unprecedented level of transparency in pricing. Educated consumers are using internet-based services to get a pretty good idea of what they're going to pay for a car. And price negotiation is being taken out of your hands, and it is a trend that, in my view, will only continue as the consumer is able to access even more sophisticated information. This makes it even more important for you to cultivate customer loyalty by providing the highest level of care and of convenience, or else risk being vulnerable to your competitors who are much more in tune with this development. Customer satisfaction is the most significant determining factor of future prospects for both you and us. And at Chrysler, we're constantly looking for ways to improve that customer experience with our products and our dealerships. Overall, our dealers are more profitable than they have been in a decade. We understand the importance of all this, and we nurture it. It is a prerequisite for you to invest in facilities, in hiring and training the best people, and in providing the amenities that round out a pleasant customer experience. We need our brands to be properly represented in the marketplace, and this requires commitment and investments. And at the same time, we recognize the need for some flexibility. We have to go beyond the system where the manufacturer issues top-down edicts to the distribution system. So facility requirements in our new world at Chrysler are going to, and I think are reasonable based on the economic realities of your particular marketplace. Flexibility is an important aspect of embracing change. An example is our approach to our dealer standards program, which we continually assess to ensure that we're on the right path. We made a lot of progress with this comprehensive program in the first phase after introduction, but recently customer satisfaction scores have plateaued. As we examined the results, we concluded that our previous approach wasn't elastic enough to accommodate individual dealer concerns. We have suspended the reward program, and after consultation with our dealers, intend to be back with a revised program. Now, the industry and its future are not without significant challenges. One of the biggest hurdles that we're facing is the sole task that we have ahead of us of improving fuel efficiency. Over the long term, we'll need to bring our vehicle fleets to an average of 54.5 gallons by 2025, the anticipated federal standard that will, in all likelihood, be formally set later this year. And looking at the near and medium term, I believe our industry still has a great deal of room for progress in the use of combustion engines to bring about significant improvements in mileage in a very cost-effective manner. None of us at Chrysler expect to turn America into a country full of people who drive subcompacts in order to reach fuel economy targets. The new Dodge Dart will represent a big step in fulfilling the commitment made by Fiat to help Chrysler introduce its fuel-efficient cars and engines to the North American market. If you consider the C and D segments, respectively, the Dart and the Chrysler 200 segments, and you add in the SUVs associated with these segments, they account for more than half of the American car market today. And this is not going to drastically change in the foreseeable future. We need to get smarter about making these cars lighter. We need to get smarter about reducing friction losses and improving transmissions and engines. And expertise in extracting more power out of smaller displacement engines is one of the things that Fiat has brought to Chrysler. And although we've only skimmed the surface of our ability to squeeze out higher efficiency level, it will not be possible to meet the tough 2025 EPA targets on the basis of pure combustion. All the work going on now on electrification is a crucial part of an exploration process. And in fact, at Chrysler, we are working on an electric version of the Fiat 500 that will begin manufacturing later this year. But I do not believe that any of the current solutions are going to provide the final, definitive answer. In my opinion, until the economic model that supports electrification fundamentally changes so that we can provide a cost-effective alternative to combustion, an outcome, by the way, which is far from being certain, electric vehicles will continue to play only a marginal part of this industry. Now, there's also an unresolved issue as to the future of compressed natural gas. Increased access to the natural gas reserves in the United States and Canada could help create independence from imported oil in a relatively short period of time in North America. It is also eco-friendly, with up to 25% fewer CO2 emissions compared with gasoline. And for customers, it provides a significant price advantage. I was encouraged to hear that President Obama, in his recent State of the Union address, said that he would focus on shale gas development as a way to create jobs, as a way to reduce emissions and lessen dependence on foreign energy sources.